Hey, Nick Shelton here, the Opportunity Catalyst, the Connected Introvert. Want to talk to you about how to never run out of things to say in a conversation. You know, it's common that we find ourselves in conversations and we draw a blank. All of a sudden, we run out of things to say. We get those silences. And sometimes it's okay to have the silences, but sometimes you really want to keep the conversation going. You want to have something. So, here's a couple of things that will ensure you never run out. So, first thing is observations. I like to look around the room, observe the environment around the room and about the person you're talking to. So you can comment on, the temperature of the room. You can talk about any art. You can talk about the condition of the bathrooms. You can talk about whatever food items there are in the room. You can talk about, hey, did you notice that guy in the Hawaiian shirt over there? What's with the Hawaiian shirt? Who wears a Hawaiian shirt to this? You could talk about, I didn't know that this was hat night. I forgot my hat. I didn't know. There's food, just anything you observe. And so about the person too, you could say, hey, nice eyeglass frames. Where'd you get those? Is there a story that goes along with that? Nice belt. So anything about what the person is wearing. Maybe they have really good posture. Maybe they have an accent, and you say, is that a British accent? And they say, no, I'm Canadian. And then you go, oh, okay. So there's anything about that person's like the accent, mannerisms, what they're wearing, anyone else is wearing, anything about the room. These are all things that you can bring up. Temperature in the room, anything like that. Just general observations that you pick up. You can throw those into the conversation, keep it going. Another thing is you can ask advice. So if you've heard them say something, anything about something that they do or they're interested in, you can ask advice about that. So one example I use is beekeeping. If you happen to be talking to someone who's a beekeeper and then you're running out of things to say, you can say, if I wanted to start beekeeping, is there a certain type of bee that I could use? Is there like a hardy bee that's easier to maintain if you're going to start? Like, how would I start? What's your best recommendations for getting your first hive? How do you set it up? What equipment is not necessary? What equipment is necessary? Things like that. So you can ask advice. If you know somebody's into skiing, you could ask advice about locations that you could go skiing. What kind of equipment that you could use? What's the best, the place with the best ski lifts? I don't know. There's so many things. You could say, what place has the best cinnamon rolls in town? There's anything. Ask advice, and people love giving advice. They love giving advice even if you don't ask. So ask advice or make a comment on the observations, and you can just keep going with the observations, and with the advice you can definitely get something rolling. So start there, and you will always have something in your pocket that you can pull out. It'll always be there for you to keep that conversation going. Cheers to your next conquest. See you soon.